Today we want to acknowledge Oscar Robertson. That's right, the Big O. We know him as the Big O. We know him as the triple doubles. We know him as the champion with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We know him as the basketball player on the court. But what we don't know, what is not talked about enough, is his upbringing and his contribution to the NBA as we see it today. He was born in Indianapolis. Section 8 housing. Obviously a standout player. He had an opportunity to play at the University of Cincinnati. But being a standout player, when he would go to away games, they would refuse him service. They would not serve. Hotels wouldn't allow him to stay there. The campus in Cincinnati, he couldn't even stay on campus. Imagine that. You're the best player in the world at the time, and definitely best player at the school, and they like, listen, we only need your skills. Stay your ass home. With that said, he goes to the NBA. And during this time, it was a reserve clause. It was called, and he filed a lawsuit against it. Now, for you guys who don't know what a reserve clause is, the player has no rights. Essentially, the player has no rights. The team owners could have that player forever. There was no negotiating the salary. You couldn't just negotiate salaries. You couldn't do any of those things. As the president of the Players Association, Oscar Robertson filed an antitrust lawsuit. And he started to get blackballed. He started to get bad media. People started saying he was greedy. He was difficult to work with. That was 1970. In 1976 ended the legal battles. It ended the reserve clause in 1976. Players were allowed, after 1976, players were allowed to have a free agency, negotiate their salary, and go to any tournament, not any tournament, any team that they would like. Oscar Robertson once said this: I didn't get rich from that lawsuit. I just made it possible for other people to get rich. He wasn't celebrated back then, though. They still, the media put a nasty funk on him, but he wasn't celebrated. But over time, over the years, Big O became who I just said, Big O. He became known for his contribution on the basketball court, averaging a triple-double, something that no one has ever seen before him. And here's the thing. We got to make light of this stuff, because ultimately, when you see these max contracts, it's because of Big O. When players are allowed to say, hey, I got a no trade clause, meaning I go where I want to go. Y'all can't make money off me any way y'all want to make it off me. When a player says, hey, man, it's been 7 years, y'all ain't doing listen, man, this is who y'all got. Oh, I'm out. Players can now do that because of Big O. So shout out to Big O. Oscar Robertson, the great, for paving the way for us to talk about basketball, us to play basketball and have control of our basketball careers. So shout out to Big O, man. Now, that's all the time we have for today. Make sure you guys support the show. Go to goalsactivewear.com. Use code REALHOOPERS at checkout. You receive 30% off. It's all me. 30% off. 30% off. Remember, listen, man. Mom and pop store, man. We small, but we growing, so just support it. And make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, let's continue to think elite and together. Welcome to Score Society. What was it, hour 15? Yeah, it ain't make no sense to do 2 hours if people ain't tuning in yet.